And two of the most common things I ever hear butters say, to me personally or on Facebook, online, whatever, doesn't matter. But Wes, wait a minute now. Don't you know that if you guys get the right to openly carry your pistols, then if anything ever goes down, then you guys are going to be the first ones shot? Don't you know that? Oh, really? Like, how every time a police officer gets in his patrol car and makes his rounds about town, every cop, every time, every day, everywhere gets shot, all the time, because they're open carrying? Like, no. Criminals are pussies that want to avoid gunfights, typically at all costs. Whether it's your basic thug stealing stereos or holding up convenience stores, or if it's your angry young white mall shooter, they don't really want to fight. And those types of mass shooters, when they're confronted by somebody with a weapon, they either get their asses on the ground or they take the chicken shit way out and pop themselves. As soon as opposition shows up. So that would typically dispel any theory that open carriers are going to be the first ones to die. I don't believe that. And if you ask anyone in any of the other 43 open carry states, let's say Montana, where it's an everyday thing to see good old boys with their handguns, you ask them two questions. Have you ever had to use your weapon? And has anybody ever taken a shot at you because you had your weapon? The answer to both of those questions, 999 times out of 1,000, are going to be no. Second thing I hear a lot is, well, that's just great. You arm all these little dicked yahoos and they're just going to start having gun battles in the streets. Well, the people that say that are the same fucktards that said that in 1993 when we passed concealed carry in Texas. Has that happened yet? No. So, every time these butters think they're coming up with something witty or edgy or otherwise factual, they're just being really unoriginal and stupid. Guns save lives. I mean, you hear all the time about, some armed citizen putting a stop to something, like that the freaking mall shooter in Minnesota or wherever the hell that is. Just recently, there were 2 people shot. There was a kid that opened fire, a concealed carrier that drew down on him, and then that kid killed himself. So, like, a total of 3 shots were fired, and one was fired into the guy's own head. Armed citizens save lives. And God, I cannot remember who said it, but somebody said an armed society is a polite society. And I believe that with every fiber of my being, and I will live my life on the assumption that the armed society is a polite society. And I will conduct my business based on that assumption.